may be injured, tired, even thinking about giving up. But God did not give up on you, even in silence, even when everything seems to collapse. He keeps taking care of every detail. This video is a message of comfort, hope, and restoration. Listen with an open heart. God is by your side even now. God knows your deepest pains and afflictions, those you keep in the silence of the soul. He sees beyond appearances, penetrates the most intimate layers of his being, and understands every tear shed secretly. Your love transcends any earthly pain, and your presence is the balm that calms the troubled heart. Even in times of greater despair, know that God is by your side, ready to welcome your pain and bring relief to your tired soul. God wipes your tears with tenderness and strengthens you in weaknesses. He not only understands his pain, but also shares his suffering. At times when you feel fragile and helpless, it is present to lift you and renew your strength. Your presence is like a welcoming hug that brings peace to your troubled heart. Instead of simply observing from afar, God leans close to you, ready to dry each tear and restore hope in your being. Trust in divine care that transforms your weaknesses into strength and tears into smiles of gratitude. Even at the darker moments, when darkness seems to involve your soul, remember that God is the light that illuminates your way. He is the flame that shines in the middle of the storm, guiding his steps even when everything around seems uncertain. Your presence is the guarantee that you will never be alone, even in the most difficult times. Trust in divine light that dispels darkness and brings hope to the discouraged hearts. In the hours of loneliness and helplessness, when silence seems deafening and unbearable pain, remember that God is the faithful companion who never leaves you. He is by your side, even at times when you feel farther away from him. His presence is like a welcoming hug that surrounds his soul in peace, bringing comfort to the troubled heart. Trust the divine promise that he will never leave you alone, even when the circumstances try to convince you otherwise. In every moment of loneliness, know that God is taking care of you with unconditional love and eternal fidelity. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity for God to surprise you with your unconditional love. In the midst of difficulties and challenges, he shows his faithfulness and power to transform apparently impossible situations into living testimonies of his grace. Each obstacle surpassed is proof of the special care he has for you, revealing his love that transcends any circumstance. Trust that even in the face of the greatest challenges, God is working in your favor to lead you to a place of victory and fullness. Amid the uncertainties and questions that arise in your way, know that God's time is not the same as ours. As we long for immediate answers and quick solutions, it acts wisely and accurately, weaving the events perfectly and in the proper time. Each waiting, every moment of apparent stagnation is part of a larger plan it has for your life. Trust in the divine process that shapes your character, strengthens your faith, and prepares the scenario for the blessings to come. At every moment of waiting, know that God is working behind the scenes, aligning all things for your good and for your glory. Even at times when loneliness seems suffocating and despair knocks on the door of your heart, remember that God's presence is constant and comforting. While the world around it may seem chaotic and hostile, it remains the unshakable rock amidst the storms of life. His soft voice echoes in silence, bringing peace to his troubled soul. In every distressed sigh, he whispers words of love and hope, reminding him that he is not alone. Allow yourself to feel your welcome presence right now, and let your care involve your entire being. In this moment of discouragement and uncertainties, it is essential to remember that its story is still being written by divine hands. Each chapter, even the most difficult, contribute to the construction of a unique and extraordinary plot. God is not only taking care of you in the present, but also preparing a future full of unimaginable blessings and surprises. Each obstacle surpassed, every spilled tear, every shared smile is part of a perfect plan it has for your life. Trust the transformation process that it is operating on you, and know that the best is yet to come. God transforms pain into learning and struggles into unimaginable victories. Each obstacle surpassed, every challenge faced, is an opportunity to strengthen your faith and trust divine care even more. In moments of greater suffering, when tears seem to flood the soul, remember that God is present to turn every tear into a seed of hope. He uses the adversities of life as instruments of growth and spiritual maturity, shaping his character and preparing him for the grandiose purposes he has reserved for you. Trust the cut process that happens amid pain, and know that just as the diamond is cut by pressure, you're being cut by the unconditional love of the Heavenly Father. Brands left by difficult experiences are testimonies of God's faithfulness to transform suffering into victory and pain into healing. Allow him to write a new story in his life, full of overcoming and miracles that reveal his overnatural glory and power. In every dawn, God renews your mercy upon you, bringing light to dissipate darkness and hope to feed your soul. Your care is like a warm hug that surrounds you at all times of the day, remembering that you are never alone. Each beat of your heart is a reminder of the unconditional love it has for you, a love that transcends any human understanding. Therefore, trust the divine promise that he is always by his side, guiding his steps and keeping his way. May this certainty strengthen you and inspire you to live each day with faith and gratitude. If this message has touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear these words of love and hope. May the peace of God fill your heart, and that the certainty of your constant care accompanies you every day.